All right, so today, guys, we're going to take a look at climax. This has to do with the middle of our story. So we're in the middle of our sandwich right now, okay? We talked about yesterday conflict or the problem in the story, and you guys came up with some great conflicts or some great problems. And some of you, even though you didn't have one or didn't think you had one, were able to really work together with a partner and do some good thinking and come up with that. So that was fantastic. I was really happy with the work that you did on that yesterday. Today we're going to look at climax, okay? And climax is really kind of the high point of your story. So you've got a conflict, and then you're trying to think about, how can I solve it, right? How can I solve the problem or the conflict? And so when we read a story, if you think about your Sophie stories that we're reading, right? When Sophie has a problem, she always thinks through what she can do. I want your focus right up here, please. Okay? I want your focus right up here. She always thinks through how might she solve her problem. Okay? And we brainstormed some ways too. So when she took the present from the birthday party, we brainstormed how she might get out of that situation, how she might make it better, didn't we? And so that kind of happens as we build to our climax. We're working on how can I solve the problem, how can I solve the conflicts? What steps can I take? Or the character in your story. Since this is a personal narrative, we're talking about you, aren't we? These are what steps you're taking, or maybe your dad or your mom or somebody in your story is taking to solve the problem. All right, and to think about what the choices are, and it builds. A climax you should kind of keep your reader wondering what's going to happen next. And you know, as we read through the Sophie's book, didn't we wonder a lot of times what was going to happen next? So when you start to build your steps up to your climax, you should give your readers opportunities to make predictions, just like we've been making predictions, right? So your reader should be able to make some predictions about what might happen. Okay, and you really want to keep your reader predictions on edge a little bit, wondering. So it builds and gets bigger, okay? And then the final part of your story, which is going to be down here, we'll talk about probably tomorrow, maybe Monday, is going to be how it ends, how it actually finishes up. That'll be your resolution. That's kind of like how your conflict is actually solved, all right? And you're building up to your climax. You're thinking, how can I solve this? What can I do? All right, what are some steps I can take? And you want to keep your reader wondering all the way along, all right? And there are some ways we're going to look at how to do that. All right, so that's the basics of it.